Hey everybody, welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is another episode of 1804 History. Yeah, before I start, like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. Now let's get it. Yeah, so I have been kind of like on hiatus for a few days to get my head together because I really wanted to really come hard on this episode because since everybody talking about snitchings and telling and stuff like that, but they are civilians and stuff. And we're the only ones in our community, we glorify gangsters, we glorify the wrong people. And I just think that a lot of us are the problem of why we would never get ahead because we focus on the negative. Because quite frankly, I don't care what's going on. All I care about is us getting our reparations. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything negative because we love negativity in our communities. And I don't know, it's just because we don't have nothing for ourselves as a people, so we really glorify the wrong things. Things that shouldn't hold no weight. But it just comes a time when we have to hold ourselves accountable of the things that we glorify. And it's just like a lot of young people, man, they don't understand that this hasn't happened before. You know, just with social media and stuff like that, it's just being worldwide spread. It's worldwide news, you know what I'm saying? But snitching been happening since the beginning of time. And I'm here to tell y'all a story about the notorious Leroy Nicky Barnes, who ran Harlem, who pretty much was the Al Capone of Harlem, the king of heroin. Because a lot of things in that American Gangster movie basically was far-fetched. Really, they told Nicky Barnes' story in the face and the eyes of Frank Lucas. Because Frank Lucas and Nicky Barnes pretty much were neck and neck, but they made Nicky Barnes soft in American Gangster, but really in real life, that the movie really portrayed Leroy Nicky Barnes through Frank Lucas. So I'm not here to glorify or romanticize drug dealers because I don't think they cool, you know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of our people glorifying these people who killed millions of black families and destroyed an entire community. I'm not going to hold these people to high prestige because we got to stop doing that. It's nothing cool about killing anybody with drugs, you know what I'm saying? And even though that it was the, like, you know, who brought it in, you know, I ain't trying to get flagged here because, you know, they shadow ban people who speak about certain things. But I know even though we wasn't the ones that brought the dope into the country, but we supplied it in our own neighborhoods and killed a lot of people. So we have to hold ourselves to a high standard. We have to hold ourselves accountable as well because we contribute to the destruction. But let's get right to it. Well, Nicky Barnes went to jail and everything because he call himself Mr. Untouchable. So it came to the point that he really believed his own myth. And this is why we got to be careful with being arrogant, because he got off a whole lot of charges against him and went to trial, and a lot of his stuff was acquitted. So he was being really arrogant. He was just being really rambunctious, really poking the bear. When I say poke the bear, he really felt like he couldn't be arrested. He couldn't be tried for his crimes that was pending against him. So eventually, the police built up enough evidence to get him locked up for life. So while he was in jail, his organization, his council, consists of 7 members. One of them, who was Dr. Guy Fisher and everything, was his right-hand man. And a lot of people in prison was telling him, like, oh, we seen your guy messing with one of your side chicks. Even though Nicky Barnes was married with kids, he had side pieces. So this fool allowed some stranger that he didn't even know, because while you were locked up, and this was what a lot of people don't know, like, once you locked up, people don't care who you are. People don't care what you did in the streets. Like, you caught, you with them. So they don't care about how many people you shot, who you were on the street, how bad of a gangster you was. Now you one of them. So they just picking with him, messing with him. And eventually he folds. So he started to cooperate with the U.S. government and the FBI. And all because Guy Fisher was allegedly sleeping with one of his side chicks by the name of Shemeka. But it was no proof of this. It was just word on the street shit. But he allowed that to be his last straw. And not only he got the 7 people that was in his organization, but he also got in people like district attorneys, police officers, judges, a little bit of everybody locked up as well. So on a course of 50 people were convicted over Nicky Barnes' testimony. So by him cooperating with the U.S. government, he was able to get his life imprisonment reduced to 30 years. And then he eventually got out back in the 1990s. And he lived under the radar in witness protection until his death in 2012 by the age of 78. And we got to really ask ourselves, was it worth it? I understand that people want to be rich. I understand people want the American dream, want the fast life and this and that. But when it comes to the point that you have to look over your shoulder, when you have to be aware that these people want to kill me, these people want to run me out because of the fact that I told, And everything's fake, man. Like, he didn't really care about being a snitch, because it was like he was bragging about it. Because he was like, well, I don't give a damn about them calling me a rat, calling me a snitch. I'm out here, they ain't. It's just, he had also just never had any remorse for the stuff that he done. It was just like, to him, he felt like he was a legend out here. And felt like he helped a lot of people because he passed out turkeys on Thanksgiving. But to me, I feel like anybody who sells drugs and does this, does that, you helping the system. You helping the system to destroy us. But in our community, we praises these type of people, And this is no judgment. This is my opinion. You don't have to like my opinion, but it's just that we worship the wrong people. We don't worship the teachers. We don't worship the lawyers, the doctors, the mentors that's helping the young right now get further in life. We don't praise these type of people. We don't hold these type of people to such high value because we are lost. We've been programmed to think that the rappers, the drug dealers, basketball players, football players, that they like the model, I would say minor citizens in our communities, but they're really not. If anything, it's too many of those. We don't have thinkers. We don't have builders. We don't have anybody that's holding anybody to their word. Because there's a lot of characters out here. And there's a lot of things that I don't respect. And I don't never really respect a drug dealer. No. And anybody who's upset about it, I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my own opinion. And it just, so many people that got hooked on this type of stuff. A lot of people died in the bathrooms while either smoking crack or shooting something in their veins and snorting powder and stuff. And this really a sensitive topic because this ran into my entire family, on both sides of my family. So I just didn't understand it, why people do drugs. I understand life hard, but damn, fight harder. I would never do drugs. I would never ruin my body or ruin my life like that. It was just really sad. And being the fact that it was the 70s and stuff like that, Hollywood movies love to romanticize these type of figures, but these figures were dangerous. And, we can't, we can't be proud of somebody that's trying to just really live a good life, try to be a law-abiding citizen, but when you're a rapper or when you're a drug dealer and this and that, you get the most love. You get held as immortal. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop doing that. It's too many rappers and too many drug dealers out here. It's too many pretenders, characters, actors, And just like Pac said, don't just bop your head to the beat, peep the game. And hear what I'm saying and hold us accountable for it. And I just see just how music is nowadays. It makes me don't like the new generation because they telling our young kids that, oh, it's cool to hold a gun, or it's cool to sell dope. It's cool to be stupid. We need more positive rap. We need more people that's trying to show us the game and teach us economics and teach us life skills. Teach us that it's cool to be smart. Teach us it's cool to go to college. It's cool to be ambitious. Like, it's dangerous promoting negativity and getting mad or you cry when negativity prevails. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wish nothing or bad on anybody, but it's just that you just see the support when people do wrong, and then rather than the persons that's doing right. But I don't feel bad for Nicky Barnes, man. Nicky Barnes, He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly what he's getting himself into. But still, he didn't tell because it was the right thing to do. He told because his ego was crushed. He was locked up. He was just wasn't built like that. At the end of the day, he wasn't built like that. And he had to lose everything. And he went from making over $1 million a day to working at Walmart for the rest of his life. And so you just ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth trying to be a ghetto legend? Then you get locked up and you lose all your assets, you lose all your money, you lose all your power in the streets, and to becoming a snitch and then have to change your identity, get plastic surgery, be in witness protection, then being a Walmart employee until you die. So that's the end of the story, guys. Hope y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. If you want to send a Cash App, $, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. And we out. Peace.